IDP, or an internal developer platform. Now, if you're new to the term, think of an IDP as a self-service toolchain and a centralized portal. Its main mission is pretty straightforward: reduce developer cognitive load and eliminate context switching. Instead of hunting for resources across a dozen different systems, the IDP brings the whole shebang into one unified interface. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the Developer Productivity Challenge, introduce Roche's Build platform, explore actionable technical ownership, dive into incident and runbook automation, and then tie it all together with their overarching digital factory vision. Section 1. The Developer Productivity Challenge. Let's dive right into the foundational problem Roche set out to solve here, which is developer cognitive load. You see, the biggest enemy of speed isn't actually writing code, it's tool fragmentation. Just imagine being a developer for a second. In a single hour, you might be jumping from a Git repo to a CI/CD monitor, over to some disparate observability platforms, and then back to a ticketing system. Every single new tab drains your focus. It's a massive friction point that slows everything down.
Section 2. Welcome to Roche Build. To combat this massive productivity drain, Roche created a centralized destination for their engineering teams.
Enter Build. Build is Roche's internal developer platform. It's actually built on top of Backstage. You know, that framework originally created by Spotify for building developer portals? Well, Build serves as the premier everyday destination for Roche's 11,000+ developers all over the globe. And the overarching goal of this Build IDP is simple but really profound: drastically improve developer productivity.
Now, what's really interesting as we take a look under the hood at the actual Build user interface is the Build platform stack. It neatly gathers essential tools like GitHub, Cloud, Terraform, and Rundeck, all into a single authenticated space. So there are no more scattered bookmarks, just immediate access, surrounded by all the latest platform news. A brilliant concept driving this whole design is what they call the floating platform. Build doesn't try to abstract away or hide the tools developers already love. Instead, it natively integrates them using adapters. It organizes and governs these tools without burying their core, powerful features. It's a really smart approach.
Section 3. Actionable technical ownership. This brings us to a massive benefit of this centralized approach.
By acting as a unified integration layer, Build essentially becomes a comprehensive service catalog. When a developer provisions a new service, they aren't stuck manually configuring it. The platform automatically applies standardized naming schemas, sets up backups, and assigned identity management right out of the box. But most importantly, it strictly ties every single microservice to a specific owner, which ensures instant, complete accountability.
Section 4. Incidents and runbook automation. Because Roche isn't stopping there. The next phase for the Build IDP is deeply integrating incident and operational management directly into the developer workflow. So the crucial point here is the contrast. The old way, that meant leaving the portal, hunting around for a runbook in some wiki somewhere, and logging into a totally separate tool to execute a fix. But the new way, and the strategic vision for reducing developer context switching, is augmenting that Rundeck and runbook automation. The goal is that developers don't just read documentation in the portal, they actually run a scaffolder or runbook job directly from the IDP.
This next phase is really all about enriching the Build platform even more. Roche is adding technical ownership information directly alongside live incident data. By integrating actionable telemetry and alerting from tools like ServiceNow, Datadog, and specifically Pagerduty, developers get immediate context. The vision is crystal clear here: less and less context switching. All the data, all the information, and all the remediation actions live securely inside the Build IDP portal. Section 5. The Digital Factory Vision. All of these elements we've talked about, the service catalog, the unified tools, the automated runbooks, they all culminate in what Roche calls their Digital Factory Vision.
Let's see how this builds the foundation of the digital factory through what they call golden paths. Instead of spending weeks setting up boilerplate infrastructure, a developer just triggers a scaffolder in the portal. Instantly, standardized Kubernetes or VM infrastructure plus CI/CD pipelines are provisioned. That whole setup delay just vanishes. It lets teams focus immediately on feature delivery, which is exactly where they should be spending their time.
And this brilliantly illustrates how deeply integrated this platform strategy is with Roche's overall brand identity. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Why does it actually matter?
Well, it matters because Roche is treating their internal portal as a genuine product, and their 11,000 developers as highly valued customers. By completely eliminating tool fragmentation and bringing incident management right into one self-service platform, they empower teams to build, deploy, and remediate faster. And in the healthcare space, moving faster translates directly to improving patient lives.